Welcome back and welcome to day 3 of the Great CICO Challenge. So, in spite of the calorie deficit, I had a good night's sleep, not too crazy hungry. Stomach is feeling much better now, so everything seems to be going pretty smoothly at the start. Usually, if I can fall asleep, hunger hits me a little bit before bed, but if I can fall asleep, then it's usually not too bad. Upon waking, I don't have any crazy hunger or anything like that. Just start to get hungry right around when it's time for breakfast anyway. So that's working out perfectly. So it is the morning time, which means that it is time for the mindset portion of Mindset and Muscle, my channel. So again, I will go ahead and put right here the timestamp that you can skip to if you are just interested in the muscle portion. If not, welcome to the mindset portion. So for those of you who are sticking around for the mindset portion of the video, we have been going through the book of Proverbs, written by Solomon, who is accredited as being the wisest man who ever lived, blessed by God with extraordinary wisdom. So the verse that jumped out to me this morning was, "Mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but violence overwhelms the mouth of the wicked." So what jumped out to me there and what got me thinking is how I want to be a fountain of life, the mouth of the righteous. And every person should strive for this, should strive to be a fountain of life with their mouth. In this society, in this day and age, in this time, so many people are that mouth of violence, or that, not even to put it that dramatically, are a mouth of negativity, a mouth of gossip, a mouth of slander, a mouth of just talking negatively about life, about other people in their life, about events going around, whether it's the news, whether it's YouTube channels. And that is, we live in a day and age and in a society where that is what gets people interested and what gets people in views. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't talk about big issues and call out things that need to be called out. But at the same time, it's just, in a world that already has so many difficulties and hardships, and people already dealing with so much anxiety and negativity in their mind, why would you want to feed that with more negativity and more gossip? So anyway, this channel, Mindset and Muscle, we are going to be focused on being a fountain of life. We're going to be focused on that positivity. Some of these mindset portions, we're going to be talking about things that are harder. Sometimes we'll be talking about things that are easier. And trust me, as part of the investigations team for the medical examiner's office, I have seen it all. Homicide scenes, scenes where people have ended themselves almost daily, traffic accident fatalities that need investigated, just people unknown cause of death. I literally deal with horrible scenes and situations 5 nights a week. And so I have seen it all. So this world, people are dealing with a lot. There's a lot in this world. There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot that will drag you down. There's a lot that is hard here. So I would much rather be a fountain of life than the mouth of the wicked. A voice that can hopefully be an encouragement to you and something that you look forward to, that lifts your spirits and makes you feel better each and every day. That is definitely the legacy I want to leave behind. In the present moment, right now, I want to make a difference, but also 5-10 years from now, who knows, maybe these videos have millions of views. That would be fantastic. But the legacy I want people to get from those videos is not just encouragement on health and wellness, exercise, diet, not just information on doing experiments like the one that I'm doing right now, but also to just get a positive, happy feeling and to feel like they were refreshed from the fountain of life. So that's the message I'm trying to get across this morning, is in a world with so many difficulties, rather than speaking negativity to your coworkers, to your family, to your friends, rather than dwelling on and thinking negativity in your mind and just getting wrapped up in that rabbit hole. Focus on counting your blessings. Focus on positivity, speaking that to your coworkers, to your family, to your friends, rather than telling your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend or family or whoever it may be what a terrible day you had at school, or how horrible a certain coworker is, or how unfair a certain situation is. Try and focus on and speak on the positivity that happened. I'm not saying it's always easy, but that should always be your focus. And the more you train your mindset and your mouth on that, the easier it becomes and the more natural it becomes. And trust me, if with my job dealing with crazy, horrible death situations multiple times, multiple cases every single night, if I can find positivity and joy and strive to be a fountain of life in my life, you can too. So anyway, those were my thoughts this morning. I know sometimes the mindset portion is just kind of me rambling, getting these thoughts out, but maybe it will encourage somebody, maybe it will help somebody in some way. So I hope it does. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have a certain topic that you'd like me to talk about, or if you have any thoughts or feelings on the topic that we did cover this morning. And again, if you are just interested in the workouts and the nutrition, in how the Great CICO experiment is going, you can always skip to that portion in any of these videos as well. I will always include the timestamps for that. So without further ado, let's get into that, the meals for the day and the workout. I am excited because today is a gym bodybuilding style workout. So we're going to go in there, we're going to hit it hard, get a great pump, and enjoy this standard American diet food that we've got for the day. Breakfast this morning was a delightful bowl of Reese Puffs. Going to go hang out with my little dude, watch some Spanish show, and since there wasn't enough protein in that, I did have a scoop of Nutricost whey protein in the leftover milk from the Reese's Puffs, which made it taste even better. After an hour to let that digest, we headed to the gym. Today is a bodybuilding style gym workout, so we did full body. We had a great pump and energy from those Reese Puff cereals. Those simple sugars really did it. They hit hard on the energy and got a great pump. Oh, that's my son. He's saying hi. But anyway, we start off with some chest presses, and then from chest, we move on to a back movement. After that, we move on to a shoulder movement featured here, cable lateral raises. As always with the bodybuilding workouts, we're focusing on control, on feeling every inch of the entire range of motion in the targeted muscle. So while the calisthenics workouts are very explosive, new techniques that I'm learning there, mastering body strength, body weight strength, this is where I'm at home and familiar with. We're really focusing on isolating each and every muscle that we're looking to train, keeping the weight strength up so that we are fully developed across all spectrums of exercise, health, and fitness. So we've got our weight training, we've got our body weight training, we've got our mobility, our cardio, our hand balancing, everything is covered in this program. And after shoulders, we moved on to triceps. After triceps, we moved on to biceps, which today was cable curls. We did 4 sets here, progressing up in weight until we hit one final set. After that, we did some legs. Core, I'm keeping on the calisthenic days, so we don't have to worry about core in the gym. And that was the workout for the day. With it being my weekend and the day before Mother's Day, we decided to go out and celebrate with some sushi. I started with 3 sushi rolls. We got a tuna roll, a Philly roll, and a Tyrone roll to start. So definitely not low calorie. This entire sushi experience, you can see I got 3 more rolls, so I had a total of 6. Normally I'll get 9 or 10 rolls, but we kept it to 6 today because I was comfortably full after that, and we didn't want to go too far over calories. But even so, with the daily total, I'm guessing sushi alone was close to 2,000 calories. And we finished off the night for dinner. I was still full from sushi, so we had just an ice cream sandwich for dinner. Altogether, with the cereal, the protein shakes, the sushi, and the ice cream sandwich, I'm estimating the calories to be around 2,600, 2,700, so still slightly under maintenance. and definitely hit our protein goal from the sushi alone. That is going to wrap it up for day 3. So since it was a special occasion and we were celebrating Mother's Day, obviously the calories were a little more loosely tracked today. My goal wasn't to be in as steep of a deficit today as I am going to be on pretty much every other day of this plan. On special occasions, my goal is going to be just to make sure that I'm at or slightly below maintenance. So we're still technically making progress and moving forward, just not quite as rapidly, but still gives me the calories to be able to enjoy the time, in this case with my wife, out to Mother's Day for sushi at her favorite place. So again, estimating the calories to be slightly over 2,500, maybe 26, 2,700, with the protein shakes and just the generous portions of sushi, fish that they put in their sushi rolls there. Definitely got our 125 plus grams of protein for the day, and still not bad. So we had breakfast was the cereal and protein shake before the gym. Lunch was protein shake after the gym, and then we had a late, like 3 o'clock, 3:30 sushi lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it, and then just an ice cream sandwich around 6 to finish it up. Tomorrow is actually Sunday, so that is the one day that I'm on call for 12 hours during the day, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Most of my shifts are at the night. So Sunday is when I also have my scheduled day off from the workout. That being said, I'm going to still try and get an hour or so of activity. It's just going to be very light activity, probably going for a walk in the evening or something like that, just to get moving. So anyway, that is going to wrap it up for day 3. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow.